Man up. Take the glasses off.
Okay, you got to turn the YouTube stuff off in the background. Don't go away. Come back. See, that little thing he keeps holding up? When you go to jail and they put lipstick on you and you have to pee sitting down, you're going to remember that somebody tried to talk to you on YouTube when your booty hole is going like this when you poop. In jail, they call you a prag. So y'all walk around out in the world acting like y'all something, but y'all ain't really ready for what that brings. Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
28.
All right, what do you got for me?
Well, just going based off of your last comment in regards to, I fall into that category as in regards to being over 27 and being too old.
Okay.
Um,
You know what I mean when I
guess,
say that?
elaborate.
You too old to be moving like you got time. When you were
I
18
think
years old, you could be coy and, ooh, I like him. Well, at 28, you better take the next train smoking.
understood. I mean, I can agree with that. At the same time, I feel as if when I was in my earlier 20s, I'm just starting to date and getting to know who I am. So I felt as if once I got over that 25 mark, I didn't, it's hard to, I felt I was in a 6-year relationship. So that ended. And now I'm at a point
When did that?
where,
How old were you when it started?
18,
So you dated this person all through college.
basically.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Did you graduate from college?
Yes.
Were you and this person in the same city?
Yes.
Why didn't you guys marry after all these years?
My point as to why I felt as though it was time for us to go our separate ways, because I don't think that I think the transition from high school into our later 20s, the blueprint needed to just be redone. Um, we were just, I don't think I wasn't making it a mandation at first until later on in life
That's
I
not a
started to
word.
realize. What was that?
Mandation is not a word.
Oh, okay. I wasn't making it mandatory
Okay.
to get married.
Did he want to get married?
I feel as if he did, but he was okay either way if he didn't or did.
All right. So when you guys broke up, what's he doing now?
What do you mean? What is he doing
Are
now?
you guys still in communication or in contact, or is he gone his way?
We still talk.
Then you're still in a relationship with him. And that's the problem. You were with somebody for 6 years, 6 of your most prime developmental years, and you're not with them because you both lack the maturity to go ahead and formalize and get your IKEA marriage. Let me explain what an IKEA marriage is, people. See her? I'm going to use you an example, ma'am. Brittany's not disrespectful. See,
Please
Brittany?
don't drag me.
I just said I'm not going to do
Okay.
that. See, Brittany? Brittany and what was the guy's first initial?
S.
Brittany and S were high school and college sweethearts. And if this were 1950 or if they were non-black, they would have actually dated through high school and college, the most prime years when they chose not to date anybody else, and they would have gotten married after graduation and moved into an apartment together, both starting their entry level careers in their one room apartment in a big city somewhere, and they would have went out to IKEA and bought some nice looking cheap furniture. Look like cherry wood with glass and chrome, little funky ass bed. And they go to the local Starbucks on Saturday morning and get a venti mochaccino latte, whatever, and they split a scone because they're both broke. and they would build themselves up together, growing up together, and then have a child probably 2 years into the marriage. And then by age 30, have 2 or 3 kids, have been in a relationship for 5 or 6 years, been in a marriage for 5 or 6 years, in a relationship for 10, and actually have something stable. But in the Black community, we've told Black women that you're too young. You're too young and you need to get out and explore more life. And you need to be more experienced before you get tied down to marriage, which basically means get out here and ride more dicks, get more trauma, and get more burn. So when you have relationships that should last and get your starter marriage, your IKEA marriage, Black women are foregoing that. And that is one of the biggest failures in our community. We don't get our IKEA marriages. And if you go to IKEA on any given weekend, you will see young white, Hispanic, Asian, and Middle Eastern couples doing exactly what I'm talking about. That's what maybe not you and him, but that's what you should be doing if you're in a relationship that long. Because Brittany, the reality is, if you've been with him for 6 years, he is imprinted on you. It takes about a third of the time you're with somebody to completely detox from them. And you can't do that if you're still talking to him. Anybody who would date you right now would have to realize you've been with him with S for 6 years and y'all still talk. I wouldn't take you seriously.
I guess, obviously there is a build there and there's still comfortability there, but I do realize that that needs to be detached in order for me to allow new love to come in. So,
You love?
we are not romantically involved at all.
Well, that was
that's
foolish
fine.
on his part. He's giving you his non-sexual attention, not getting access to your body. That's dumb on his part. But why did you
Right.
guys split? What was the problem?
The problem is that I started to grow and realize that I wanted more. I wanted marriage,
Okay.
and my actions show that.
You
I
wanted
stepped out.
marriage and he did not want marriage?
Correct.
Okay. Then if that's the case, stop talking to him. Because I'm thinking about the 6 years in your formative years. When do you think, at what age do you think you'll be ready for a relationship?
Um, well, I know the age that I want to say, well, you're gonna tell me I'm too old because I'm already too old now. But I would say I'm ready. I'm ready now, but
Okay.
I realistically, I would say within the next year.
So you think you're ready now, and your relationship of 6 years ended 2 years ago?
Yes.
But you guys still talk weekly?
We talk often, yes.
Survey
So I have
says,
to, okay. So I have to close that door completely
see,
before I even think
yes,
about dating.
you have not processed it. Okay, realistically, how many have you dated anyone seriously since you split with this guy?
I have
And how long did you date?
for 6 months.
And if I asked him why it ended, he would tell me what?
He would tell you that, well, what he tells me is that he doesn't know how to show up for me. He doesn't know exactly what.
How old is he?
He's 36.
Okay. He doesn't know how to show up for you. I don't know what that one means.
Well, he said, I guess he feels as if, I guess I fall into that stigma of being too independent as well. So I'm still warming up to the idea of even allowing a man to be able to lead. So
Funny, you didn't seem to have that problem in that first relationship, did you?
yeah, because he was less assertive than the guy that I was dating. He is more of an alpha male than the guy than
The
the
first
6 year
guy?
relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's making me adjust my energy.
What's your degree in?
Criminal justice.
How tall are you?
5'2".
Dress size?
6.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
142.
It's the problem. Okay. This is what I mean. Your previous relationship is going to, he is imprinted on you.
Right. I'm not negating that.
So, but the problem is, if I talk to him, he would say he didn't marry you because what?
Mm, that's a good question. He would probably say that he wasn't ready and that I was being overly masculine.
Okay. Well, do you think maybe see, men don't typically stay with women that they don't want to be with. But men don't typically pull the trigger, especially young men in particular, not men, but young men. This is where it becomes a paradox. Do you think if you were the kind of woman, being the kind of woman he wanted for a wife, do you think he would have formalized a 6-year relationship?
We would have gotten married much sooner.
Okay. And if you wanted to be married, why not be the kind of woman he wanted if you're going to be there?
Right. And that brings me back to my earlier point where when for me in my earlier 20s, I was still learning me. I was still growing into the woman that I am now.
Were your mother and father married?
No.
And that's one of the problems. Our young women do not get taught how to work with and be with the man until you are doing it.
Right.
When you should have learned this stuff from your mother, who was a wife. So you would have been comfortable falling into your feminine support role, and he would have stepped into his young alpha role. It all goes back to women. Because right now, as you're learning, unfortunately, women have to get the big portions of their life sorted out sooner. That is how Creator made it. You guys got to get the major portions of your life together before 27.
So now that I'm already at that mark, what do I do from here?
Well, I don't know. Counseling, therapy, coaching. You know what I would say?
Doing
Therapy,
that.
coaching, matchmaker, personal trainer.
Okay, I go to the gym.
Because the reality is you have no real track record. You didn't really date during college. So
True.
you're basically a custom fit for one person who did not formalize it. Either you go back with him and figure out, all right, S, what is it that you wanted from a wife? Because we've been together 6 years and we still communicate. And if he's honest with you and say, I want this, and ask yourself, can I be that? Do I want to be that with him for a lifetime? Because honestly, that would probably be your best bet. Because you got 6 years in that one. The rest is an open turkey shoot. And unfortunately, women don't have the time to go back and make mistakes. From now on, you can't make another 6-year mistake.
Right. This I do know. That's why I'm being very strict on my timeline. I know that if out the gate, if we're not equally yoked, it's.
But the question is not him. It's not him. It's you. If I snap my fingers and put the perfect man in front of him, are you a wife? Today, are you a wife?
I'm not a wife at the moment. No.
Well, there you go. So, which is always the problem.
But I'm becoming. But I am becoming that, and I do believe that I have
listen. So you'd marry a man who had potential success. We don't men. Men don't date wives on potential. In the Western world, you're asking a man to date you on the potential that you might be a wife when 50+% of marriages end in divorce, higher than that in our community. Most of our marriages, women are married less than 5 years, and you're filing greater than 80% of the divorces. When women walk away, they're not in a worse financial position. They're typically in a better position, especially if children are involved. Think about what you're asking a man to do. You're asking him to risk an incredible amount of things on the potential that you might get this shit straight.
But I believe that as we're dating, he will see my
Did you
actions as
did you
showing that I'm
listen to you did not even listen to the gravity
okay.
of what the situation is. I laid out a pretty in-depth case and you didn't even take 3 seconds to contemplate the gravity of what I said.
Okay. I'll pause.
So what does that tell men? That these women ain't caring a damn thing about what a man wants. It's about what y'all want.
No, I think the majority of us
What would a man have to risk if you dating you on potential? All right, so would you marry a man on potential? Hey, I don't have a job right now, but I have the
no.
potential to get a job. Well, then what the French toast, man?
You make more points. Don't slap me, please.
Well, we gotta slap because y'all are asking men to date on potential and carrying on, and y'all don't want to. Y'all don't want to marry on potential. Come on, man. You gotta get it together. Hello, Tiff. How are you? Hi, Tiff. Bye, Tiff. Brittany. This is what I
Yes.
mean. You're 28 years old talking about potential. I need you to lace up your track shoes and run like your French toast hair is on fire.
Okay.
Because you didn't learn this from the age 6 to 18.
Right.
If you were making a D in a class and you need to make a B plus to pass it to get into the college of your choice or to get out or to graduate or do something, would you study like you study or would you cram for the exam? Would you do everything you have to do?
I would do everything I have to do.
Are you doing that? Are you honestly doing that in regards to men?
No, I can
All right. Well,
honestly say
guess what?
no. I'm not gonna try along with
That's a
what
possibility. The thing
I
is,
know, I know.
it's a
But
possibility.
given the pandemic, things are now opening back up. I'm not a
I
fan of
don't give a
everything.
flipping French toast about pandemic. That does not matter. I have a Facebook group when 4 marriages that's happening and during the pandemic. That's an excuse. This is what I mean. Man, women cannot give themselves excuses. This is what a man is hearing. He's like, well,
No,
the pandemic and this and that. Okay, so the pandemic, you couldn't have been during the pandemic. That's the perfect time to do a lot of self-discovery. Perfect time to drop down to a dress size 4. Perfect time to learn, practice on your femininity and all these other things. Perfect time.
well, that's exactly what I have been doing, but I feel
Okay,
as if it's an everlasting journey.
okay.
Um,
But it only
yeah,
matters if
you
you could do it in practice with a man.
fair enough.
So, all right, ma'am. Bye bye.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I just turned 34.
All right. Domestic or stray? What do we got?
And I wish I could hear you better.
Well, I don't know.
I I would say that I would fall in the stray category, but
Okay. Are you having problems with the audio?
yes. Now I
All right.
can't see you. I live way out in the country where I don't have like any signal, but
All right.
um
So what else do you fall into a stray category? Are you married?
I am engaged.
Okay.
My fiance told me about you, and I've been watching your videos for about 2 weeks. I really like them.
Okay.
But I've always been in relationships like back to back. Haven't I wouldn't say trouble finding a guy, but it's hard for me to move past the being engaged to actually getting married.
How many times you been
Uh,
engaged?
well, I was married when I was 18 or 19. I was 19. And since then, I've been engaged probably twice.
Somebody dropped to their knee, presented a ring of significant carriage in public, and proposed to you,
Yes.
and you accept it.
I did. It didn't last. It didn't,
Who
work
en-
out the last two times, but I am
who en-
engaged now this
Who
time.
ended it? The first time you were engaged, who ended it?
Who ended it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's hard. We were both like a tornado and a volcano. We just
No, it's really
fought
not.
really,
One
really
of y'all. Who did you get the ring back?
Yeah, I gave the ring back.
All right. The second time, did you get the ring back?
Yes, I gave the ring back. I don't feel any need to keep it. It's not mine. They got it for me. We're not getting married. So
All right. So you ended both of those because you gave the ring back. All right. So you're engaged. Your boyfriend told you to watch me. Stray. Having problems getting past engagement. When is your wedding date?
we don't have a wedding date. We got engaged like a year ago, and
Why don't you have a wedding date?
I don't know.
Because you're not really engaged.
We fight a lot.
Because you're not really engaged. That's why you don't have a wedding date, because you're not really engaged.
I mean, we're supposed to be. We just
You're not
haven't had that
engaged.
conversation.
No, there's no conversation. See, after engagement starts wedding planning.
Yeah.
You've been engaged for a year.
Yeah.
How many venues have you looked at? Even online.
None.
You're not really engaged. You prepared to get this ring back too?
No, we're still
Yeah.
together.
Okay, well then what are you going to do to get down the path of getting past this stage? I'm going to have the hard conversations, Kevin.
That's what I'm struggling with.
Why?
We fight a lot. He says that I'm dominant, and I know I'm stubborn and dominant, and
Okay,
I'm open to change though. But by the way
Well,
you
here-
described being a stray, I kind of agree and kind of don't agree. I would say like one of my
you're
pictures
dominant
on
about
Instagram-
what? You're dominant about what? Let's back up. You're 30, how old?
34.
Any children?
No,
You have a degree?
no. I went to college, but
All right. So
Didn't
what do you
finish.
do? So what's your profession?
I work in behavioral health, a community support specialist, so like a caseworker.
So administrative kind of stuff?
It's more so like social work.
Okay. Not exceptionally high earning, mid tier? Mid tier, middle income?
No, just like middle class.
All right.
Yeah.
So where do you get off being dominating as a high school graduate with a middle class job?
Personally, I think I've lived with my dad my whole life. My dad's in a wheelchair. I've taken care of him alone since I was 6, kind of having to tell him what to do, how to take care of
Is that,
himself.
are you still doing that now?
Yeah, I still take care of him. He lives right by me now.
All right.
I don't know. I've kind of just been on my own, took care of myself, always had a job.
But ma'am, you've always had a
provided for-
job. You've had to work. I get it. But you've been engaged, what, going on 4 times now? 3 times?
Yeah.
This is the 3rd time?
Third
And
time.
you've been married once. What happens if this doesn't work out?
Go back to being single and living alone. I mean, I already do live alone. I'm trying to work on myself, trying to work on what I can do to make a step forward, to be a good wife.
How about be cooperative and appreciative that somebody is willing to deal with you?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're 34 years old. You have run smack dab through the wall. You don't have any more lives left on the machine. This one doesn't work. You are all the way in no man's land, on the verge of 36 to 60, no children, and a history of not being able to cooperate and finish. That's what you're basically saying.
Yeah.
All right. If now it doesn't matter, but were you raised Christian? Doesn't matter one way or another. Either you were or you weren't.
I was. Yeah, I was.
All right. So if God came down and tapped you or sent an angel, tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Ashley, this guy right here, the one you got right now, is the last one I'm ever sending you. After this, it's done. You'll get no more for the rest of your life." Do you think you'd start treating him different the next?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Then why don't you go ahead and start acting that way now? Because that what you're doing is being entitled, combative, and difficult to get along with. You're lucky you got a man who's willing to put up with you, who's been, you said it, you've been engaged twice and married once. That's a lot of miles. He's willing to put up with that. Can he at least get the damn cooperation? Because what's the alternative? Not cooperate and it ends up falling apart? You want to be back on the dating scene entering your 40s?
Not really. We're just both really stubborn, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
let's do this, and he's like, let's do this. It's hard for me to be submissive. I need to learn how. I don't know how to be submissive at all.
Okay.
I'm just realizing that.
Well, are you submissive in the bedroom? Are you on top?
No, I'm usually on bottom.
Okay. Well, go out. Are you in the United States?
Yeah, I live in Missouri, way out in
Oh
the country.
Jesus. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Because if you actually had to go in one weekend in the dating single scene, you have a different appreciation for your relationship. Because, ma'am, honestly, you don't want to be out here. If you got somebody who can tolerate you, you're stubborn, he's stubborn. But if you guys lived together and there was a bump in the night, who would have to get up to go check it out?
He would.
Right. So he would have to be willing to die for you. You just got to listen to him. Do this. Take a list and start writing all the things you appreciate and value about him. Write a list of how he makes your life better. Then on the other side, write the things that get on your nerves about him. See which side is longer. If the one side of the list is longer, the things you appreciate, then the things get on your nerves, then shut the French toast up and get it moving. If the other list is bigger, then have that conversation. So at least he can know the things that bother him. But oftentimes in this country, especially first world countries, you ladies make mountains out of molehills, really not real issues. They're just personality quirks and issues. He's not, is he cheating on you?
No, he's not cheating on me.
Is he
I
bringing
did
out,
see
has he
some
brought,
stuff
has he
on
brought, has he got anybody pregnant?
No, we don't have any kids.
No. Has he got anybody pregnant? No. So he has no kids. Has he
No,
brought you any kind of STD?
Not that I know of. What?
Has he brought you any kind of STD?
No.
Then you're winning. Write the list, be thankful, draw him a bath, make him a sandwich, and then drop to your knees.
Okay.
Woman,
I'll
get
work
back
on
in
that.
here and make me a sandwich.
Yeah. Yep. Go have.
Hey guys, it's your girl, the Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Before we proceed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. First of all, let's give respect to the fallen legend, Papa Kevin Samuels, for his good work he did for the Black Society and for teaching about marriage, love, divorce, relationship, and other related stuff. I think he was 90% a great teacher, most especially in the marriage basis, because we are living in a generation whereby people take marriage for granted. Yet it was created a man will be respected when they have a wife, and a wife will be respected with a man. Your kids will grow up together if you are still two parents, but we are in a generation whereby people don't consider marriage as such as that important. So Mr. Kevin Samuels, one thing I would credit him for He was that someone who would advise about marriage. First of all, today we are looking at this lady. She is very confused. Why is it that we are living in a generation whereby a lady will divorce their man to go and just settle in as a side chick to that man, leaving marriage, and you're coming back as a side chick, and you're coming back to eat your ex? Because according to what she's speaking, she left marriage 3 times, but she is still, according to her statement, she is still eating up with her ex. They are still making love with their ex. They are still together, like they're exes, but they're still together. So this is where the point comes in, because if you're my ex and we still link up somewhere or somehow, remember I have someone I've moved out with, and you also have someone you've moved out with. So these are two partners coming together in a lodge or somewhere or in a hotel to just make love and go, pretending to be like no affection, we are just enjoying. But all of you, one of you should have moved on, and you're coming back to sleep with someone whom you don't know their status and why you are sleeping with them. So after making a mistake and you think it's going to work out, my dear, I've noticed that a lot of things are happening out there. Guys are doing these things for real. Guys are doing it intentionally. So after someone leaving someone or dropping them off, they come back as exes, they come back as bunkmates, they come back as friends. Personally, I don't believe in that friendship when we are exes. I don't believe in it. Because I've seen most cases, people end up messing. When you decide to move on for once. Guys who always get problems, it's when you find someone, the person has moved on and they go back to that same person at the same time. You don't know what the period you left that person, you don't know what this person is really thinking or what this person is up to. You're just coming out to just interact and make love together, but you don't know what is really happening. And first of all, these are the things which are making ladies lose their marriage, because they are still meeting up with their exes. When their husbands get to know about it, they end up being sent away. This is being selfish. First look at your kids. First look at your family you've created. You're breaking up your family because of someone who's not going to take you. And 80% of them, when they are chased away from their money's place, they end up becoming single. They become for the streets. That's why you find them going back to those people so that they can do affection with them, but it can't work out anymore, which is not good. I don't really advise it, most especially like it's because this is the real deal. Like this is the real thing I'm always seeing around. So that is it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But let's all work out, ladies. Let's try to advise young kids about marriage, that it's not a crime, it's something good. Everyone should get married because there is that feeling